3 weeks ago, back before all the screaming started, Robert hears a voice in his head. This is not the first time it has happened. Not since he was blessed. Robert, they said, a million voices whispering. Help me, they begged. How can I help you? Robert replied eagerly. Stop him. Stop them. Stop. 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 Each stop rising higher and higher and higher until each word is painful in his ear. And then silence. Utter, deafening silence. And he has not heard the voice of his beloved since. He doesn't know who he should stop and how, but he needs to hear her voice, needs to hear her laughter. So he continues to visit. He witnesses other people hearing her, and he is bitter, and he is angry. How dare they complain when she is silent to him? How dare they? But he keeps it to himself. He continues to beg her to speak to him again. And he continues to take the ungrateful into the labyrinth. He wishes he disappears into the center, but he never does. None that ever come with him ever really disappear. Until today. 3 of the Monster Care Squad that helped Snasher, that at least claimed to help Snasher, has disappeared, leaving only one left. He turns to Gregory and the Jessicas and says, well, shall we start our tour? Hey everyone! Welcome to the second episode of From the Library, Act 1, still on Snasher. I hope you enjoyed that intro video and the little intro that I wrote in the beginning there. Before we start, let's have everyone introduce themselves and who they're playing. Starting from at the very top here with Lynn.
Hey everyone, I'm Lynn, Shive, and today I'll be playing Kay, also Shive, athlete horse girl. If the horse was a bird, lizard, wolf thing.
Nice. Next we have Arya.
Hi, I'm Arya. I'm playing Carme, she, her, just your average fish out of water space mechanic girl.
Nice. Next in line to introduce themselves is Zad.
Hey, my name is Zad Kilovaski Huff, they, them, and I am playing Fen. Also, they, them, friendly swamp, friendly person from the swamp who likes it here.
Awesome. And making their debut in our episode, we have Anna. Anna, who are you playing today?
Hello, I am Anna, aka Archival Dust Bunny, pronouns she, her, and I am playing Elise, also she, her, former magician turned magical care squad.
And we are starting our story actually with Elise. Elise, how are you feeling today?
Not great. We currently see Elise running down a hallway, kind of taking a corner and banging into a wall, and continue running. Screams and yelling coming from behind her as if from a mob almost. She dashes into a room and slams the door shut. leaning up against it, breathing hard, glancing next to her, just to the empty air. You could have caught it at least. To the silence, just rolls her eyes. She pulls on a long silver chain a whistle out of her um, out of the front of her shirt. Two long pipes laid next to each other, not quite lined up parallel, and blows into it. Again, silence in the air. Just stands there for a second. The door begins buckling behind her as the pounding begins again, the screams again that have lasted for what feels like forever, every night. As dust begins falling from the wall, the pounding continuing. She backs away from the door, again, just to the empty air next to her. Any ideas? No? Great. All alone here. And again, blows on that whistle. The pounding continued, the door beginning to crack. Suddenly, the window next to her bursts in, glass flying everywhere in a burst of wind. And a hand reaching in, familiar hand of her uncle, grabbing her shoulder, pulling her through the window. As soon as he makes contact with her, the screaming stops. Silence for the first time in days.
You wake up in silence. Blessed silence. And you can tell that it's really quiet in your head. And right next to you is an eyeball the size of a fist with legs looking at you. Blinking.
Do I recognize what this eyeball is?
This is the first time you've ever seen this eyeball?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So just strange eyeball.
Yeah. It's a
Cool.
it's a fist-sized eyeball looking at you and blinking.
Yeah, as she begins to sit up and kind of catches sight of that, just pauses really still, like you do when you see something at night in your room, just not moving, trying to see, is it going to attack? What is it doing?
You notice that one of its spider hands or spider legs or whatever is in the same place as where your uncle in your dream has their hand in. So basically, it's like sort of just the hand placed. Where was it? On your shoulder?
Yeah,
Placed.
on
Yeah.
my shoulder.
So it's on basically you're like against the wall, and on that
Mhm.
wall there's the spider, and one of its arm is on your shoulder.
Did you help me? Thank you.
The eye blinks.
Can't hear them anymore. The screams.
The eye touches you again. I'm just gonna call it the eye, and you hear a soft whisper. I'm glad. We are glad.
There's more than one of you?
We are a Snasher.
Would I know what that is?
Yes, that is the monster that is in the middle of the labyrinth.
Got it.
And you have an idea that she is very sick, and that's why, that's why the screaming has been happening to everyone for the past 3 weeks.
I've been trying to find you. Thank you. Can you lead me? Do you know where we're going in this labyrinth?
Unfortunately, I am no longer connected to us.
Well, that's unfortunate. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
That has to be lonely.
It is. I am very lonely, but I'm glad that you're here and that you're safe.
I should have friends, colleagues coming through at some point. If I can find some of them, we might be able to help.
Can you tell
Um,
me? Can you tell me their names?
uh, Kay should be here,
Mhm.
probably. Gregory, perhaps. I've been separated from them. I don't know exactly who's coming.
You're able to give all the names of your teammates, and when the names of your teammates, actually, you know what? As soon as you gave your names to their names to the little Snasher eyeball, that's actually when you started hearing the screams, like the night ago. Carme, Fen, uh, Gregory, Kay. You even mentioned that you had a guide or a mentor named Sir Aro, and as soon as you mentioned their names, the screamings for them started.
Sorry about that.
Now that.
I
That's
mean, it
on
got
me.
us here, so
Yeah.
it's progress.
um, you try to escape, but you're unable to. Even with the help of this fist-sized eye leading you, it seems that it is as lost as you. Finally, you fall asleep. And the next night, you hear a popping sound as if something has manifested in your area. And Kay, you, however, are asleep at this moment, Elise. Kay, you see an asleep figure while you think they're unconscious, with an eye the size of your fist on top of them. What do you do?
I think the first thing is Kay's gonna look around and she's gonna look for just like see if Zippy's around.
Zippy is not there.
Um,
We flash back to where Zippy is, and he is standing next to Gregory, and Gregory is looking at Zippy and at the Jessicas, and goes, "Where the fuck is everybody?" And then flashes back to you.
oh no. And she'll walk over to Elise and just kind of like do a thing where you find someone, you kind of like just lightly like check, see if they're alive. But you don't want, she doesn't want to like necessarily move anybody. Like just like, you okay?
Are you just gonna tow Elise?
Just
Like,
kind of like, just like touch on the shoulder and just kind of like just check, if they respond.
go ahead and roll fine for me, please.
Fine. All right.
Mhm.
2 eyes. 2d6.
Oh yes, we use 2d6s here if anybody needs to remember for the audience. The
4.
audience for the audience. 4. Um,
Mm-hmm.
you you sort of try to wake up Elise, only Elise, but because of the movement that you make, the eye blinks wide open and is, I don't know how you can tell, but you can tell that this eye is mad
Mm-hmm.
and is mad at you.
I think at that point, I think she recognizes it. It's like, oh, please wake up.
Elise, what do? You can feel some waves of anger because you're now sort of psychically connected to this eye. Some waves of anger coming from this eye. What do you do?
Yeah, with that bleeding over, she kind of startles awake, I think looking very grumpy, um, with the anger bleeding over. But seeing Kay there, the first person she has seen in days,
Mm-hmm.
her eyes go wide. Oh, I'm so glad somebody finally found me. I've been so alone. Can I hug you? I really want to hug you. I
Yeah,
haven't seen
yeah,
anybody in
yeah.
days.
She'll like, she'll give you kind of like, yeah, like she'll say, yeah. It's like, are you okay?
I've
Hurt?
no, not hurt. I've been lost, very tired, a little hungry. Didn't bring enough food for this. Um, I'm okay. It's been protecting me. They've been protecting me. Um, how'd you find me?
Um, we heard the screaming, and then we got the assignment to come down here for to look at for the monster Snasher, see if there was anything we could do to help. We got a guide, and the second we got in here, I'm here. You don't know where we are.
Yeah, in the labyrinth. This is one of the Snatcher's
No.
eyes. Not connected anymore. All alone. Um, they don't know where we're going either.
So this is what she looks at the eye. This is what Snatcher's eyes.
Yes. I was hoping if you all found me, you would know where we were. That was kind of my entire escape plan.
I hate disappointing. I don't know where we are. Just kind of
Huh.
blacked out. It's like I don't even know where. I don't even know where Zippy is or anybody else.
Speaking of anybody else, Carme, you are in this labyrinth. But unlike Kay, you're by yourself. You appear without your good friends Jessica's. And, in the middle of this labyrinth by yourself. The screaming is still very loud, by the way.
Okay, so that hasn't gone away. Okay. Gosh, I really hope Jessica figures out some way to reconcile with her stepdad. Oh, and then she's gonna reach and check that she still has her like little her project on her back.
You do still have your little project on your back.
Okay, thank goodness. Oh boy. All right. Lost in a labyrinth. At least it's not space, so I can breathe. Okay. How left, and then she just puts her left hand on the nearest one. She like puts her left hand out as if there's a wall that's going to be there, realizes the wall is further away, and then just kind of like shimmies on over
Uh,
to put her hand on the wall.
roll for acuity for me, please.
Ooh, golly, okay. Jeez, you crackers, it's a 4.
You continue to just place your hands around. You hear little bits of skittling about, but
Oh.
it always goes into the darkness, and you're just like, okay.
Hate the Skittles. Hate the Skittles.
It's just skittling about.
Rather be M&Ming.
Ooh,
Keeps
heard a
walking.
monster that Reese's Pieces
walking.
once. It was...
Yeah.
Awesome. Speaking of another person, Fen, you are also in the middle of nowhere, but just like Kay, there is another person slumped over.
Oh, good. So did I just I am I having to get up from off the ground, or am I already standing?
You're standing, and the screams that started as soon as you stepped into the labyrinth quieted down, but it's still there.
Oh, well, that's good. If I like look up at the sky, can I tell anything? Can I see the sky from where I'm at?
Nope, it's dark.
Okay.
Like
All right.
there's unreachable ceiling.
Cool. Trying to check. Why didn't I put a flash drive on this a flashlight on this multi-tool? I put a flash drive on it, but not a flashlight.
Oh,
Wow.
well.
Great planning.
I mean, if you
I'm gonna...
want to reuse it as a signature equipment and add a +4 to your roll for anything later, you can.
Yes. It does do that. It does not, however, have a flashlight. I'm gonna go over and take a look at this body.
Awesome.
I think like stepping, not sneaking, but like stepping quietly, because it is kind of impolite to wake somebody up who's sleeping if you don't really want them to be awake.
Go ahead and roll acuity for me, please, as you're coming closer.
Okay. It's a 7 on the die for it with a -1 to 6 total.
Awesome. It looks like he has a second head.
Oh. Well, looks like in what way?
Like there's a lump there. It could be a shadow, but
just
there's a lump that is on the
okay.
yeah.
Okay, well, seen weirder things. Just gonna
You have seen weird
yeah.
things.
How is this individual dressed?
Dressed like a tourist.
God, it's very tempting to just leave this person here and walk away. I think, yeah. Ben has that like kind of half moment of like it would be kind of funny to leave this tourist here. But then one realizes this is a person and that would be rude. And then two is like, okay, so follows the logic of, if I was randomly shuffled into this location, presumably it's this snasher creature or something. So this is a meaningful decision that was made, and I should probably figure out what is up with this person who has two heads, maybe. So I'm gonna, I think, like, step around to the front so I'm not waking this person up from behind.
Okay.
And then kind of gently sort of shake him awake. You're like, hey, you doing all right down there?
As you shake him awake, he does groan out, and the first word he
Mm-hmm.
says, "Cow." And as you're now seeing him, he doesn't actually have another head. It's just one of Snasher's eyes again. Well, you don't know. This is
Oh.
just something that you
Mhm.
see. It's a giant eye. Instead of the size of a fist, though, it's the size of a head.
Mhm.
And that gave you the false impression that it's another head. But yeah, he
Yeah, fair
did.
enough.
He did. The first word he did say, groaning out loud, was "cow."
Cow?
Cow, as in moo.
Cow.
Cow.
Oh. Um, no, but I know where I can go pet one or even ride one for a frankly unreasonable price.
He goes, "No, no. Where's the cow?"
Did you lose a cow?
Yes.
Oh, that's
Who
going to
are
be
you?
horrendously expensive. Hey, my name's Fen. I'm with the library. Um, and honestly, I'm very happy you lost that cow. They're probably going to be a lot happier in the labyrinth than with that. Never mind. This isn't about my feelings about Jezediah or whatever his name was. Who are you, if I may ask?
Well, my name is Bill, and I'm visiting family here. And
Mm-hmm.
uh, I met somebody outside who was renting, smartest mounts my butt.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like,
Yeah.
the minute I'm in here, this cow jumps up like it saw something terrifying, dumps me here, and suddenly I don't know where I've been. The only good thing in my life right now is this guy, and it's just like petting the giant eye ball that's next to him,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just like, this guy has helped me so much.
Oh, that's good. Does this guy have a name?
Uh, do you have a name? And he turns to the eye, and the eye just blinks, and then looks, and Bill looks back at you. Is like, he says, he is He used to be a we, now he's an I. So I guess he's I.
I.
I the
Okay.
I? Yeah, I the
Uh,
I.
no, that tracks. Used to be.
Oh, he does
n-
want me to ask you one thing though.
yeah.
Do you still hear the screaming?
It's less, which is good. But yeah, no, it's still, I can still hear it. Can you still hear the screaming?
No, I can't. And then you do see the eye offers one of his legs to you,
I'm gonna reach out and take one of the little spider legs.
and you hear utter silence. There is no more loud screaming
Oh,
in your ear. The millions of
that's
screams have quieted down. There is now utter silence.
so that's nice. We should I should get you to Gregory. He would really appreciate this. Um, looking directly at the eye, talking to the eye and not to Bill. Um, and just kind of trusting that Bill's gonna translate. Uh, the screaming, is that the we that you were a part of?
Bill doesn't answer, but you do hear a
Mhm.
soft voice, very sweet voice, and it says, "Yes, it was us.
Mhm.
Now it is them, and I am I."
Were you sent away for any reason that you can think of?
The lost ones. We had to bring back the lost ones.
Um, um, lost inside the labyrinth?
Yes, they don't live here. They are welcome, but they don't live here.
These are the humans, people more like me.
You, yes, you're lost too, aren't you?
Yeah. Um, through no fault of my own, ended up separated from the group.
You should wait
You
for
wouldn't
your own
happen to know.
eye.
Oh, do I get my own?
If there's still some
Hmm.
left.
Well, like, d- I don't know that waiting is a great idea.
We've been waiting for a
Um,
week. And then
that's
Bill does look, it has been a week. The eye has been giving me some moisture when it cries. It's not the best thing, but I am
mhm,
like thirsty. And
mhm.
sometimes he wakes up and there's it's been hell, man. It's been
Yeah,
so bad here, and I can't live on on tears and eye crumbs anymore,
on,
man. I can't do it. I
Oh,
can't.
yeah,
You gotta save me, man. You gotta.
yeah. Uh, that does in fact sound horrifying. I'm very glad. I would keep that one under your hat. I suspect that if the rest of my friends were here to hear that story, they would react rather poorly. Uh,
Do you know
so,
the way out? Cause he doesn't.
oh
Like
God,
he
no.
doesn't
Yeah,
know.
no. I think we're lost in here. I'm beginning to suspect that this is not in fact a labyrinth. It is a maze.
What's the
Is what I'm
difference?
starting to glean here. Oh, labyrinths have a single path. You're supposed to walk it. It's supposed to be meditative. You just kind of like follow it along. Whereas a maze is designed to be intentionally confusing.
I see. We should probably
So,
tell the city that. They keep calling it the labyrinth.
yeah, but like labyrinth sounds way cooler, right? Like, what are
Oh
you gonna
yeah.
do? Condemn somebody to go die in a maze? You
True.
give
I
you
probably
give
wouldn't
children
have
mazes to
I
do.
wouldn't have probably come here on my tourist money if
If it
it
was,
was just the maze. But the labyrinth
yeah, yeah.
sounded really cool.
hmm Got that fun Y in the middle of the word. Y is in the middle of the word. Just make the word better, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, and looks back towards the eye. I I don't know if I can. I don't know if it's a good idea to wait around. Especially if we don't know if there's any others of you left out here. So
Well,
might just be best to start moving.
I am the 20th one sent out.
Okay. What do you remember about how to navigate this place? How would you go about getting from place to place that you wanted to go?
It it honestly, when I used to be when I used to be us,
Mm-hmm.
we were able to easily move around.
Mm-hmm.
But ever since Snasher, the disconnect, I no longer have the wisdom, the information. I no longer have it, and it is very confusing. I have led us down many, many paths that end in just walls and Bill crying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that sounds like Bill.
Bill
Well,
does sob a little bit.
um,
As you
okay.
are talking to Bill and the Eye, we go back to Carmi. Carmi, as you're skittling about, you walk into a wall and just hit your face against it.
Oh,
And you say ow.
ow.
And a skittle comes near you.
Mm. I am still emotionally, spiritually, and physically recovering from eye crumbs. Like, I'm really trying to get back from that, but Jesus Christ. Okay, we got a
I'm
Skittle. Okay,
sorry.
I'm there. Oh, a Skittle.
You. The screaming quiets down though as you feel this creature come closer to you. But it's in the
Okay,
shadows and you can't really see it.
okay. Well, that's not unwelcome. She's gonna hesitantly approach. She's gonna do a little Skittle of her own.
You see a little eyeball the size of your own eye.
Oh, well. At least it's me sized.
And then out of nowhere, its legs pop out.
Don't like that.
It stands up and looks at you and blinks.
Does it? Do you have? She's saying this out loud. Do you have lids? How is it blink?
It blinks slowly, and you can see
Okay.
that its eye cover sort of like covers it and then opens it up
Mm-hmm.
and offers you a leg.
Oh, I don't know about this. And just reaches out a hand.
And then the eye goes, "Hello, I am the 54th of us.
Oh,
Are you
man.
lost?"
Well, yeah. I believe I am lost. I was with friends, and now I'm not, and um, that's a problem, I suppose.
We will be able to lead you out. Please, follow me. And he does,
Okay.
and this little eye just sort of jumps off of your palm and starts walking. Just like looking back at you, making sure you're following, and just starts leading you.
Okay. Do you prefer to go by 54, or is there some other moniker I could? Is that
We are we. You can call me we.
okay? We,
Hmm.
you, we.
We is in we.
Oh,
And you can
okay.
tell that even though the eye isn't speaking, that it's pointing at itself and
Mm-hmm.
beyond itself because it's a
Yeah,
psychic connection.
that is strangely unnerving, but okay.
Awesome. And you follow. Do
Yeah.
you follow? Like, it's
I-
up to you.
yeah.
If I'm not your mom.
Yeah. Yeah, I follow. Nothing else to do.
Awesome. So you follow it. Go ahead and roll acuity for me, please.
Oh boy, let's run it again, Johnny.